Oh, honey, let me tell you about the day my whole world turned upside down. It was a quiet afternoon, the kind where the sun filters through the lace curtains and everything feels just right. I was in my kitchen, humming an old tune while stirring a pot of chicken soup, when the doorbell chimed. There stood a woman I'd never seen before, her eyes wide and nervous. "Mrs. Hattie," she said, her voice trembling, "I've known your husband for 20 years." My heart skipped a beat. But here's the kicker, I'd never met this man she was talking about. Not once in my life. And what she revealed next? It changed everything, forever. If you've ever felt the sting of a family secret ripping through your heart, or dreamed of the day truth comes knocking at your door like an uninvited guest, then darling, you're in the right place. Hit that like button if you believe in justice served cold, subscribe to Voices of Grandma Hattie for more real-life tales that tug at your soul, and ring that bell so you never miss a story. Settle in with a cup of tea, because this one's gonna take you on a roller coaster of betrayal, heartbreak, and sweet, sweet redemption. Oh, my dear listeners, gather round now. It's your old Grandma Hattie here, sitting in my cozy armchair by the window, with a quilt over my lap and a steaming mug of chamomile tea in hand. The rain's patterned softly on the roof today, just like it did on that fateful afternoon so many years ago. I've got a story for you, one that's as true as the wrinkles on my face and the ache in my bones from a lifetime of loin and loin. It's about family, you see. Family, the folks who are supposed to hold you up when the world tries to knock you down. But sometimes, oh sometimes, they hide shadows so deep, you wonder if the light will ever find its way back in. Let me take you back to the beginning, way before that doorbell rang and shattered the quiet life I'd built. I was born Hattie Mae Wilkins in a little town called Willow Creek, Georgia, back in 1942. Times were simpler then, or so they seemed. My daddy was a farmer, grown peanuts and corn on land that had been in our family since before the Civil War. Mama was the heart of our home, always akin pies and mending clothes with a song on her lips. I had two brothers, Tommy and Earl, who teased me mercilessly but would fight tooth and nail for me if anyone else dared. We didn't have much, but we had love, buckets of it. I met my husband, Harold, when I was just 18. He was a tall drink of water, with eyes as blue as the summer sky and a smile that could melt butter. He worked at the local mill, and one Sunday after church, he asked me to dance at the town hall social. Oh, how my heart fluttered. We courted for a year, proper-like, with chaperoned picnics by the river and stolen kisses under the magnolia trees. We married in '61, in a little white chapel with wildflowers in my bouquet. Harold promised to love me forever, and I believed him with every fiber of my being. Our life together was like a patchwork quilt, full of colors and patterns, some bright, some faded. We had 3 children, our eldest, Sarah, born in '63, then little Jimmy in '65, and our baby, Eliza, in '68. Sarah was my Spitfire, always questioning everything, with curls like mine and a laugh that filled the house. Jimmy was quiet, thoughtful, akin after his daddy with those blue eyes and a knack for fixing things. Eliza, oh my sweet Eliza, she was the dreamer, always with her nose in a book or sketching pictures of far-off places. We settled in a modest house on Elm Street, the kind with a wraparound porch and a swing that creaked in the breeze. Harold worked hard at the mill, rosin to foreman, and I stayed home raising the kids, tending a garden full of tomatoes and snap peas. Evenings, we'd sit on that porch, watching fireflies dance, sharing stories of our day. "Hattie," he'd say, squeezing my hand, "you're my anchor in this stormy world." And I'd smile, feeling safe and loved. But life ain't always smooth sailing, is it? There were rough patches. In '72, the mill laid off half the workers, including Harold. He was out of work for months, and money got tight. We'd scrape by on my sequin jobs and what little savings we had. Harold grew distant then, snapping at the kids over nothing, straight out the window like he was lost in some faraway thought. I'd ask him what was wrong, and he'd just shake his head. "No Finn, darling. Just tired." But I could see the worry lines etch deeper into his face. That's when the first hints of something amiss started creeping in, though I didn't know it then. Harold began akin business trips to Atlanta, satin he was looking for work or meeting old friends. He'd be gone a day or two, come back with a trinket for me, a scarf or a bottle of perfume, and things would seem normal again. I trusted him, you see. Why wouldn't I? We'd built a life together, raised babies, weathered storms. Trust was the glue holding us. The kids grew up, as kids do. Sarah went off to college in '81, studying to be a teacher. She met her husband, Mark, there, a kind boy from a good family. They married in '85, and soon enough, grandbabies started coin. First little Emily in '87, then twins, Bobby and Sue, in '90. Jimmy joined the Army after high school, served his time, came back and opened a mechanic shop in town. He married his high school sweetheart, Linda, and they had 2 boys, Jake and Tommy, named after my brother. Eliza, my artist, moved to New York City, chained dreams of painting and galleries. She didn't settle down right away, but eventually found love with a writer named Paul, and they had a daughter, Mia, in '95. By the '90s, our house was full of laughter again on holidays. Thanksgivings with turkey and all the fixings, Christmases with lights twinkling and carols singing. Harold retired in '98, after the mill got bought out by a big company. We traveled a bit, saw the Grand Canyon, visited Niagara Falls. Life felt golden, like we'd earned our peace. But oh, honey, secrets have a way of burrowing deep, waiting for the right moment to sprout. It was 2005 when the first real crack appeared. Harold started having health issues, chest pains, shortness of breath. The doctor said it was his heart, prescribed pills, told him to take it easy. I'd fuss over him, made sure he ate right, walked daily. One evening, I found him in his study, sorting through old papers. "What's all this, dear?" I asked, peeking over his shoulder. He jumped like I'd caught him with his hand in the cookie jar. "Just old bills, Hattie. No sin to worry about." But I glimpsed an envelope with a woman's name, Evelyn something, or was it? He snatched it away so quick, I thought I'd imagined it. "You look tired," he said, steering me out. "Let's have some tea." I pushed it aside, chalking it up to my imagination. But doubts nibbled at me like mice on cheese. Harold's trips had never really stopped, even in retirement. He'd go off 4 fishing weekends with buddies I never met. I'd call his cell, but it'd go to voicemail. "Bad signal out by the lake," he'd say later. The kids noticed too, in their way. Sarah once pulled me aside at a family barbecue. "Mama, Daddy seems distant. Is everything okay?" I waved it off. Oh, your father's just getting old, like me. Mine's Wander. Jimmy was blunter. Pop's hiding something. I can tell. Remember when I was a kid, and he'd disappear for days? Eliza, from afar, sent emails. Mom, if you need to talk, I'm here. Love you. But I defended him. Your daddy's a good man. We've been through thick and thin. Then came the move. In 2010, Harold insisted we sell our house on Elm Street. Too big for us now, Hattie. Let's downsize, get something kosher. We bought a little cottage in a new subdivision on the edge of town, Maple Grove Estates. It was nice, with flower beds and friendly neighbors. But I missed the old porch swing, the memories etched in every wall. Our new neighbors were mostly young families, but there was one house next door that sat empty for months. Then, in the spring of 2012, a moving truck pulled up. I watched from my window as boxes were unloaded. A woman in her 50s, elegant with silver-streaked hair, directed the movers. She had 2 grown children helping, a son about 30, a daughter in her 20s. No husband in sight, far as I could tell. I baked a welcome pie, apple, my specialty, and took it over the next day. Hello there. I'm Hattie from next door. Thought you might like a little something sweet to settle in. She smiled warmly, akin the pie. Thank you so much. I'm Evelyn. Evelyn Harper. These are my kids, Ryan and Katie. We chatted a bit about the weather, the neighborhood. She said she'd moved from Atlanta, looking for a quieter life after her divorce. It's just us now, she said, a hint of sadness in her eyes. I invited her for tea sometime. Anytime, dear. We're friendly folk here. Harold was out that day, another fishing trip, so I didn't mention it till he got home. New neighbors moved in. Nice lady named Evelyn. His face paled, just for a second. Oh? That's nice. He changed the subject quick. Over the next weeks, Evelyn and I became friends. We'd sit on her porch or mine, sharing stories. She was a teacher, retired early due to health. Her ex-husband was a wanderer, she said, never around. Raised the kids mostly alone. Her son Ryan was a lawyer in town, Katie a nurse. They visited often, bringing grandkids sometimes. Evelyn doted on them, just like I did mine. One afternoon, as we sipped lemonade, she asked about Harold. Your husband seems familiar. Have we met?